there is one mysterious hero on the Xianzhou Yao chain. Some say he's the crow-feathered weirdo of the Yao Jing's urban legends, punishing evil and leaving no trace. Some say he's a child raised by the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, a rare survivor of their endless experiments. Some say that he has faced Zhao's shadow guard and personal protection, yet he attempts to assassinate her often as he carries out his duty. On this episode of Keeping Up with Star Rail, we'll be getting to the bottom of this mysterious shadow guard. Moze is a lightning-type character following the path of the hunt. In order to dispel the darkness, he became one with it. When using his basic attack, Moze will deal lightning damage to a single enemy based on his attack. When using his skill, Moze marks a target enemy as prey, then unsheathes his dagger in an instant, dealing lightning damage to the target and receiving a number of charge points. It's important to note that Moze needs at least one other active teammate to use his skill. When there are no other characters that can fight, prey will be dispelled from the enemy target. When Moze marks the enemy target as prey, he will enter the departed state. Here, Moze cannot become the designated target for any abilities. He will leave the departed state when the prey is defeated. After allies attack the prey, Moze will deal one instance of additional lightning damage to that enemy and consume 1 point of charge. Every time a certain number of charge points are consumed, Moze will launch a follow-up attack on the prey, dealing damage based on his attack. When no more charge points remain, Moze will dispel prey from the enemy. Note that the follow-up attack from his talents will not consume charge points. When using his ultimate, Moze shapeshifts into intangible black feathers, striking unseen from the shadows. He deals lightning damage based on his attack to an enemy and immediately launches his talent's follow-up attack against the target. After unlocking certain traces, dealing damage with Moze's ultimate will be considered a follow-up attack, and the prey will take more damage from follow-up attacks. After Moze uses his follow-up attack, the team will recover 1 skill point. This effect can only be triggered once after a set number of turns. During exploration, Moze can use his technique to enter stealth mode for a set duration. Entering combat by attacking enemies while in stealth mode will increase Moze's damage dealt for a number of turns. In conclusion, Moze's key mechanic lies in dealing additional damage through teammates' unceasing attacks against the prey, which consumes his charge points. Once enough points have been consumed, he launches a follow-up attack on the prey to bring a respectable damage boost for the team. Let's get a look at the might of the Yao Jing's best shadow guard in a real fight. Moze uses his skill and selects his prey, then gains a certain number of charge points and enters the departed state. The prey attacks Gallagher. Without hesitation, he hits back using his ultimate and enhanced basic attack. After every attack Gallagher makes against the prey, Moze deals 1 instance of additional damage against the target and consumes 1 charge point. After consuming a set number of charge points, Moze launches a follow-up attack against the prey. Sushang then follows up and unleashes a string of relentless attacks against the prey. Moze consumes enough charge during these attacks to launch a second follow-up attack and uses his ultimate to smite the enemy. Together with a follow-up attack from his talent, the enemy immediately calls it quits. That's a wrap! Whew! Though we've only shown Moze's skill with the throwing knife and the dagger today, this top-tier fighter from the Yao Jing can make anything into his weapon. Apparently he got the nickname Crow-Feathered Weirdo because he once used nothing more than a plain crow-feather quill to send 3 evildoers to the merciful Medicus. The Crow-Feathered Weirdo fan club actually asked this program for help with obtaining copies of items that Moze uses. Alas, these items are not suitable or safe for everyday use. To fulfill their wishes, we called in a favor that we'd rather not elaborate on, and through a mysterious contact named Chow Chow, we obtained a precious blueprint of Moze's phone case. As for the fan club's most fervent desire, having Moze wish them well, he wished me good luck with work when he left the studio last time. I've been on edge ever since. This crow-feathered weirdo. He didn't jinx me, did he?
Owlbert, why didn't you tell us you have a twin?
I don't have a twin.
So, who's this?
I have no idea.